welcome back to the LCP Digital Learning Channel. Today we're going to be talking about another challenge we're giving our teachers. And this one comes from the Everyone Can Create series from the drawing Everyone Can Create. So if you're interested in getting that, you can go to the iTunes bookstore and get Everyone Can Create. So let's jump right in. So we're actually going to be looking at using collages or using photo collages in order to show knowledge. So our first example could be connected to history. So you can see I have Abraham Lincoln, and then I've just brought in a few icons that represent my learning. And so this is nice. So instead of having bullet points, the students, when they present this, are going to come up, they're going to go full screen in front of the kids, and they're going to have to justify why they chose each picture. So I chose the chains because it was important to know Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, etc. Or maybe after a book, I can go through the book and bring in some icons that represent some really important key features of that book. Or just one of the characters from the book, bring that character in and then show some of those images. And then when I share this with my class, I have to justify what each of these images represent in that book. Or maybe during Texas history, I want to explain what the Texas flag stands for. So you can see right here, I've got some people, and this is showing that Texas used to be independent. Dogs are loyal, so I'm talking about that. The color blue stands for loyalty. Water is pure, so talking about purity. And then red is for bravery. So again, I can use these images to justify my learning. So I have two projects that I'm going to show you that you can use in the classroom and use as our challenge. So the first one, you may use at the beginning of the year to talk about what represents you as a person, or you could use this to show your thinking. So bringing in icons that talk about what you're learning in the moment or learning from this project that you just did. So the first thing I need is a silhouette. So if I'm using a character, I may find that silhouette on the internet. But if I want my silhouette, what I need to do first is pull in the photo. So I'm gonna do plus the top right, media, which looks like an image, and then I'm going to use the camera. So I just need to turn the camera around, and either partners take a picture of each other or they take a picture of themselves using the silhouette. Okay, so now that I have my silhouette, I'm gonna use that photo. And all I need to do here is either use a Logitech crayon if you have that, or again, we're gonna go plus, media, drawing. And so now all I'm gonna do is trace my face. But instead of using the crayon or the marker at the bottom, I'm actually gonna use the one that looks like a paint tube. And so what this allows me to do is trace around my face, and then it will fill it in as one shape. So let me trace my face. And when I let go, you can see that it makes that into one shape. Now, top right corner done. Then I'm gonna delete the photo behind it. So I touch the photo, delete. So now you can see that I have my silhouette. So this would be great for students to save, because then later on, anytime that they're showing their thinking, they could bring in icons. Now all I have to do is either find images from the internet or use some of the built-in icons that are part of the plus, shape, and you can see right here, there are hundreds of shapes already built into Keynote. Now to save time, I've already brought in my shape. Now before I move my shapes on there, I do want to make sure it is on the back of my presentation. So touch it, paintbrush, and then under arrange, I want to move it to the back, which is this slider right here at the top. So now when I bring in those shapes, I can show that I love to cook, I like to ride a bike, I love working with technology, and my favorite thing to do is to work with kids in the classroom. So now I am showing things that are important to me. But again, later in the year, once I've learned this, I could then bring in icons that made me think about the book we were reading, the math that we're learning about, any of those kind of things. All right, the other one that I'm gonna show you is using Keynote to make a collage about maybe something we're learning in science. So for example, if I've taught the needs of the plants and I need my kids to explain that to me, I'm gonna use Keynote, and then all I have to do, plus, and then under the shapes, I can actually search. So maybe I want to put in a flower. Let's use this flower, make it nice and big. Change the color if I want to. And then now I'm going to bring in icons that represent the needs of the plant. So let's see, plus, I need a drop of water. So that's going to shape water. Maybe I want to add the border so we can see it. Let's see, water. Oop, I need sun. So again, plus sun. So as you can see, I am putting all those shapes on my flower to represent that learning. And then the student, when it's their turn, using Apple Classroom, you can pop their screen up on the television. I know that a plant needs sun, which is why I use the sun, soil, water, and air. So again, this could be used for history, showing the head of Stephen F. Austin and having them bring in the icons. So this kind of photo collage is a great way to diversify, show me what you know. Instead of maybe using a video, you could also just use the photo collage. So I hope you guys have fun incorporating this into your classroom and have fun using this as the challenge. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.